What's going on, y'all? It's Greg. Greg said it. We only a couple days away from Christmas. I guess Christmas Eve tomorrow. I missed my inspiration, motivation, so I had to come back with y'all. During the holiday season, everything gets so confusing. The days get off, and man, things slip through the cracks. But I made sure that I'm gonna get back with you all because we got a lot going on, y'all. We have a off season that's turned to a postseason. And hopefully it continues on, because with the talent coming in, we've seen clips at well off, some young talent emerging, people still coming. And hopefully Colorado recovers from losing key players. You know, some are more replaceable than others, seemingly from a personnel standpoint. But a Travis Hunter, Shador, that's just elite talent. But we know it's elite talent out there. It's not the same talent, but it's some out there, some in high school, some in college. And we got to see how it's replaced. And then we got to watch how it's maintained with this portal thing, people in and out. It's just, they've created a monster. I saw it from the beginning. And I think Coach Prime saw it, and the Nick Sabans, I think they saw it coming. But nevertheless, it's part of football now until they close that door. So we have a lot of activity. We got some guys get to practice early this year. We got some guys get to travel and go to the game. It's just a wonderful thing that you didn't have access to last year. You don't have to wait to January to figure it all out. You kind of get a head start. So it kind of puts you up there with some of the other programs in that sense. But Colorado has a chance to go against a conference foe, which is really weird, but they are a former Pac-12 team. They're going against a team that they're going to play next year. They didn't play this year. So basically, it's like a conference game. Kind of like how we see with the SEC, how they want to be in the playoff. They want it to be the SEC playoff where half the teams SEC, you don't play each other 2-3 times. You don't play each other one time. You played each other in the championship, SEC championship. You want to play each other in the playoff. It's like NFL or something. But one day, hopefully, the same respect will come. I don't know how, for the Big 12. They used to have respect when people saw Oklahoma and Texas. I know it's possible, but the teams just got to rise up. Hopefully BYU be a consistent foe. Arizona State, I don't know what they're going to continue to do. Scatterboo's going to be gone. So I don't know how they're going to continue on, but hopefully somebody like that steps up and make top 10, top 15, top 20 every year, where you get more than one team from your conference in. They have respect for your conference. They're trying to slide everybody in but you, especially when it comes to Colorado being one of the teams. So you just got to go do your thing. Only lose one game at the most, like they do in the SEC, where they can't turn you away. It'd be nice as, you know, some of the teams that didn't play each other, like a Colorado, who didn't have to play any of the other teams, and maybe they could have faced each other in championship undefeated with one loss, and they would have had no choice but to put both of them in there and maybe slid another one who only lost 1 or 2. Depending on how everybody else play out, it was in their hands. But with all that, we're here at the door of it, end of this week. Once the holiday's over, once the Christmas is over, we have a chance to see what Colorado gonna do. With all this breaking and practicing, we have no clue what team's gonna show up. We lost a linebacker, and we got a thing going on with Travis Hunter. And I kind of mentioned it before in the video because I'm not really interested in clickbait or going to traditional gossip talk about it. But I thought about something, and I haven't heard anybody mention it, so I figured this would be a good time to mention it. I remember some years ago, I can't even remember how many years ago it was. It was a guy by the name of Mantel Teo. Comment if you remember that. Some people too young. Teo was at Notre Dame. He was a top linebacker. You know, he was like the guy. He was even trying to get into the Heisman, but you know, he was top linebacker award. And they made the national championship that year, so that helped. They played Georgia and got the stew beat out of them. But if you all remember, right before the game, Teo had this whole thing about his girlfriend. I don't know how it came up. I don't know why it became a big deal, but it was like Teo girlfriend, got a girlfriend. He always about his girlfriend. Kind of like Travis Hunter, except this girlfriend is somebody that Teo was just dating on it online. But his whole life was talking to this girlfriend. Travis lives with his. Teo somehow never met his. Long distance. Like, I think she was in Hawaii. She was somewhere. And it was like, they made a big deal about this guy because he was kind of like Travis, straightforward guy, had his long distance girlfriend. He always talked about his girlfriend. So somehow everybody started researching it, and Catfish came about. You know, Catfish was the thing back then. I don't know if y'all know about Catfish, the reality show used to be on MTV. And that's when reality TV was really the thing, like in its peak, early peak. And they got involved because I guess they saw some things and more stuff come out, kind of like they're doing with Travis' girlfriend. They showing videos and clips and stuff, and it's like, it's going crazy now. And you don't know why, like out of nowhere, like out of all these years, why now? And that's what we said about Teo. Teo came out of nowhere. He was the top guy, and the relationship thing, come to find out, Catfish found out, it was all about finding fake relationships and people cheating, kind of like cheaters, but a little more scandalous and weird. And they found that Teo's girlfriend was not only not real, it was a dude faking as a girl. It embarrassed him so much, and it happened out of all times, right before the national championship. That was the talk of the story. He won his big award. He was going to be in the national championship, and that was the talk. And all of it came out just in time for that. It's just weird. And he didn't play that great. Of course, his whole team didn't play that great. They got mauled by Georgia. He went on to the NFL. I think he went to San Diego, something like that. And I don't really remember him ever recovering or living up to, he's like the best linebacker. He's supposed to be a top guy. But that story just really just drowned him and really just put a negative light on him as a person, and people picked on him. And that's what I kind of see with Travis, like to the point where Travis has deleted his account. He's been a social media guy this whole time, doing his little TikTok dances and all his shows, and all this stuff blow up now when you got to peak to that. And I did a video about this, about something about elevation. It just exposes everything. Everything comes to the surface for whatever reason. And his relationship with that and his girl and all the stuff that's could have been there. And she's been on the internet. He's been on the internet. They've been on the internet together for years. And all of a sudden it's like, whoop. And it's amazing, the timing of it. But you can't help but to highlight something that really stands out. Like, opportunity is a mug. Because a lot of people have always felt certain stuff about Travis. They just couldn't talk about him because he kept it all on the field. They didn't like it or whatever. They talked about him, but you couldn't say much because he produced on the field. And some people been waiting for this opportunity to kind of crap on his parade and call him all kinds of names. They picking on him, somebody, he this, he that, he that. He lame because, he don't do what everybody else do. Even though he dance and he doing all that. He say he don't listen to music, but he do all the dances. And so that kind of like make him fit in, I would guess. And it's like, all of a sudden people saying everything they wanted to say about him and just to insult him because they can't talk about what he do on the field. So they just going all these personal jabs to the point where the man is off the internet. Like, he said, I'm done. And like I said, that's a big deal for a guy who's been on the internet since before college. I mean, he was doing this social media stuff before he even got to Jackson State. He was doing social media stuff at least his last year in high school. We used to see little clips of him on YouTube and stuff like that. His channel kind of picked up when he got in college and more well off and all that. But he was a social media character. Just, that was part of his buzz. And everybody knew who he was, the top player in the country, top of his position, top in the state, but top player in the country. Until you got Jackson State and Coach Prime, they bumped him in the second. You know how they do. They switch stuff around. And you realize jealousy is a mother. Like, they take advantage of the opportunity, the situation, to show how they really feel about you. Yeah, whether it's true or not, like, it really don't even have anything to do with you. But at the same time, you can really ride that thing. Like, you really gonna go in on them because you really been looking for opportunity. Like, people look for opportunity for Colorado to lose so they can talk about them. And they didn't give them as much chances, but when they did, it wasn't as fulfilling. But they looked for a chance to take a shot at Coach Prime, his kids, and Travis Hunter been associated. They've been looking for a long time to catch up to Travis. You gotta watch that. Success brings a lot of things on every level. You think people, your friends, they get tired of you succeeding. They get tired of hearing your name. Travis Hunter. That jealousy boils up in them and makes them want to see you fail. But when you're so good at what you do, a lot of times you don't give them a chance to see you fail. So either they got to make a big deal out of one situation, which they rarely get, or they kind of just exaggerate or make up stuff or create situations. And that's kind of what's going on. It's not really about Travis, but it's made about Travis because you was first mad at his girl, now don't spilled over to just insulting him as a person. That's just unnecessary, because a lot of people in relationships that's going in. A lot of people in relationships that people get cheating on them, and you don't know about it, or you find out after the fact. You don't have the platform. So he might be in a bad relationship, and it might be, in a lot of ways, exposure that meant to happen and good for him. It's possible. But all the other stuff come with it. It's just a parade that's hitching your wagon onto this thing to go ahead and dog him out, because you can't dog him out like you want to. You got some people jealous of him, and some people just love to just jump onto the talk and just gossip. But the timing, nevertheless, is impeccable. It reminds me a lot of, I think it's Mantle Tale. Go look it up, y'all young people. Mantle Tale story. That was so crazy. Everybody latched onto it. And that's before social media really was what it is now. I mean, it's a little bit, but not like what it is now by far. It would have been crazy, because content creators wasn't what they are now. We talking about it. Everybody be talking about it, because it was all over the media. The media had a field day with it, but not the social media as much. But I just thought about that. And I think ultimately jealousy really takes its chances. It really gets the biggest opportunities to hide or really just do some things when you have these type of situations. It's unfortunate, and that's why it kind of spills all over the place, because people have other motives, and you just got to be careful. Your friends, your family, and you got to be aware that this kind of stuff does happen. People do this kind of stuff to you. You got to be strong-minded. Hopefully Travis is not affected by it, because as far as we seen him as a happy-go-lucky guy who do what he want, act how he want, wear pajamas, just be the type of guy he is, and it's been accepted. And hopefully it continues at the NFL, because people just kind of like do that to people. You kind of eccentric or whatever. They're just not as friendly when you get on a bigger stage, clearly. So hopefully it doesn't impact him like it affected Teo. But one thing for sure, I don't think it will. Hopefully it make him better. Hopefully he have a good game, a good showing as the Heisman winner. Last game, hopefully Shador, and make them people put some respect on his name. And all the other guys who want to go to the next level, that they have a good showing. Because it's bigger than just a game, a bowl game. It's a showcase. It's another chance to showcase, like Coach Prime say. And it's a chance for them to go out on a win. It's a chance for them to have a 10-win season. And it's a momentum to go into next year. So hopefully they do their thing. We shall be watching, and next week, this time, we'll have a review on the game. We're looking for good news, a good finish, a strong finish. But with that, I'm just Greg. Greg said it. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll be talking to y'all soon.